On the 12th of October, 1990, one baby would change the world as we know it. She was so badass, she graduated from university sideways. And on her 30th birthday, she finally meets her match in...
Just kidding. I haven't done a video trailer. I'm not doing that. So.
What?
What's the problem?
You've paid me for the full day.
Yeah. Can you not just sit at the back? Like,
I
we don't need you.
Sure.
Sorry.
I mean,
I know I've kind of paid you for the full day, but could you just kind of go out and do something else?
Something else? Okay.
Yeah.
Go and get some coffee or something?
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, bye. I'm gonna go.
Coffee or something. Cool. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
So it's very simple. I've gone around and interviewed a lot of your friends and asked them 3 simple questions, and they've given me their answers as well. Try to be as honest as possible. So here we go. Strap yourself in. Sit back, relax, enjoy whatever beverage you're drinking, and if you don't have one, Elliot, go and get her one because your lady likes a beverage. Beverage, you know. I'm getting off track. Anywho, yeah, here we go. Enjoy.
So, I had to rack my brain, but the first time I met Holly was in Mr. Drew's science class. Gosh, I just remember looking at her and just giggling. He was an interesting man for many a reason which I will not go into. But I do remember feeling the awkwardness of him trying to teach us sex education, a lady pooing herself while doing so, and just sat there with Holly, and I think that was one of my first memories. We did actually get very good marks actually in our sex education though. Well done us.
Hi Holly, happy birthday! Oh my god, I can't believe you're 30. So Elliot's asked some questions, so I'm diligently going through them. First memory of you. First memory of you is when I was going into big school and we were put in the same set, and I just remember coming over to you and being like, hi, I'm Charlotte, and we must have been like 9 or 10 years old. And everyone got so confused because we both were brunette, both had our hair in a ponytail and both wore glasses, and everyone thought we were twins or sisters, and for the whole day couldn't work out why everyone thought we were twins. And then that's, I think, where the friendship was cemented, because we looked so similar.
So, first memory or meeting of Holly would have been during Greece for both of us, because we did that show where we met Spella, Holly and a few others. Because it was so long ago, and maybe I'm just getting rather old.
Yes.
Bart and Lorenzo. But it might be the fact of that, but I don't remember the first time or when she first walked in or anything like that. Obviously Green Room's quite a friendly place anyway, so I'm sure we would have sort of been passing, saying hi, making tea, having a chat during breaks and whatever. But I do have a memory of, I think it was a dress rehearsal or tech run, where she was doing a scene as Patty. And she came running on stage and did a particular scene in the crazy fashion that she was supposed to. And thinking to myself, well, she's a bit nuts. She'll fit in, which is good. And then who would have known 7 years later, over 7 years, we'd been such good friends. But that's kind of my first memory of meeting Holly.
So my first main memory would be on the get-in in the dressing rooms. Obviously I like to get there nice and early to nab a mirror seat. And yep, Holly came in with a and Savella was there, and yeah, we just kind of basically got on like a house on fire, and as they say, the rest is now history.
So 2013, the show was How to Succeed in Business, and she was a sidekick to a girl called Savella.
Okay, so yeah, no, this looks okay. Looks alright, okay. Okay, so. Hang on a minute. Who is this for? Again. Holly, why are you whispering? Holly, it's her 30th birthday. 30? Really? Oh, she'd already got there. Oh, okay. Turn up for the books that morning. Okay, so 30. What a revelation. I hope you're having an amazing day. The first time I met you was at the singing pub. And it was New Year's Eve, I do believe, when New Year's Eve at the singing pub was good, and, well, when the singing pub was good. Yeah, and you were sitting there, ready for a fabulous night. And in you came, and, I just looked at you and just thought, who is this tall, slim, beautiful girl? Ugh, she can go away. But it's like, she's going to be horrible. It's fine, she's going to be horrible. Yeah, you weren't horrible. And turned out you had a pretty good singing voice as well. And you were up for a laugh and joined in with all of the silliness, including the obligatory dance to all that jazz. So by the end of the night, I was just like, this girl, she's all right. I think I'm gonna like her. And then you joined us in the summer for Greece, and there we are. The start of a beautiful friendship. I think my favourite memory, and I could choose from so many, but I think my favourite memory has to be when we went to Cape Verde and we bought a bottle of wine to get ready one night, and we even had glasses. So proud of ourselves until we realised it was a corked bottle, not a screw top, and we didn't have corkscrew, so we had to improvise because we were not going to be beaten. So there we were, well no, there you were, trying to get this bottle open with a pair of tweezers. It was a sight to behold. It took way longer than it should normally do. I think we even tried the shoe trick, everything, but the tweezers did it in the end, and it just makes me.
So we've been asked to say what was our first memory of Holly, and we were discussing it, and it was when Elliot asked us. He had a friend that was coming into Potter Bar Station who was in Greece, was going to be early. Could she come and wait here? And we said, yeah, of course, no problem. And the door opened, and Elliot popped his head around and said, oh, this is Holly. And she popped in, and we said hello, and she said hello. And then when they left, we both looked at each other.
We did,
and we went, well, she's very nice. What did you say?
I thought Elliot was punching above his weight, basically.
I think I first met Holly after Green Room's production of Grease. I think I spoke to you in the bar, Holly, but I didn't get to know you until White Christmas.
Hello, so memory of the first time I met Holly. I can't specifically remember the first time I met Holly in terms of the specific moment, but it would have been in 2017 when we did a show together called Betty Blue Eyes, so beginning of 2017. That show we did with Green Room. It was basically about a pig in Yorkshire, bit of a random show. But I joined the company with our friend Gemma Popjoy. We didn't know that many people, so it was a bit scary joining a new company. One of the things that Gemma and I decided to do to get to know everybody a little bit better was invite ourselves along to a holiday which a group of people were planning, and Holly was one of them, and this was the holiday to New York for New Year's Eve. And yeah, it was, I think Holly and a few others were probably thinking, who are these random people that have just invited themselves along to our holiday, given us some shifty looks in rehearsals, but luckily we all ended up being very good friends as a result of it.
So I first met Holly when we both joined Green Room for our first show, which was Grease, back in November 2013. Fab show, really good fun, had such a laugh. I think the choreography pretty much finished everybody off. But yeah, great fun.
First time we met Holly, I can't remember specifically, but definitely the first show that I think we saw you in was Grease. You know, when you played that really annoying girl who was overexcited and everything, which was nothing like you. But I think that was probably the first memory.
Memory of the first time I met Holly. We were in a audition room going for Sandra out of Made in Dagenham, and I looked at her and thought, who the hell is she? Tall, slim, good looking girl going for the same part as me. I bet she's a right bitch. What I thought? You're not though.
Hi. So my first memory of Holly was that I'd just been in a show called The Boyfriend, where I was wearing this extremely flamboyant, like, bellboy outfit with like a bajillion buttons. I look like buttons out of a panto. And Holly happened to watch me that night because she knew some people in it. And after the show, she comes up to me and she's like, fangirling hard, swishing her hair back, like I look pretty. And she's like, oh my God, I just wanted to say, like, I thought you were amazing. And I was like, wow, she's really pretty. She's really beautiful. But thought I'd never see her again. Thought it was just a lovely one-off, really beautiful woman, compliments me on my performing ability. But little did I know, a couple of weeks later, when we started rehearsals for Grease, in walks said same beautiful woman. And yeah, everything got a little hazy after that because I was very distracted during that rehearsal. But yeah, best start to a process ever.
So, I mean, there were many other moments. I mean, we can't do this without mentioning New York, and of course, famous New Year's Day brunch. I mean, it's going to go down in history, really. And you're just not getting away with that one, lady, I'm afraid to say. But no, just many nights out, drinking, going to a theatre, I mean, red wine. It's a permanent sort of theme for our nights out, and yeah, much fun, including getting off a tube to throw up and then getting back on again. I seem to remember at one point. So yeah.
Favourite memory of Holly? Got a feeling it's going to be mentioned a few times, but it's going to be New York. It's going to be New Year's Day, and it's going to be you suffering. There's nothing better than watching you struggle eating that food in that restaurant. It still makes me laugh to this day. Please never change. But
so I cheated a little bit on this question, had a look at our Facebook friendship. And I said, I don't think there's even just one favourite memory. I think it's just going on holiday. We've had some high class excursions. So starting with Magaluf, that just speaks volumes in itself. To Salcombe with our dress up challenge, to Newquay. So much drinking on that one, just torpedo challenges, everything, and then obviously more recently Lanzarote, being locked out of our hotel, and I'm sure there will be more stories to come whenever we get to go on holiday next year. I can't wait.
So, favourite memory of Holly? We have been scratching our heads
Literally
a lot about this because, as we said, 7 years is quite a long time to be friends, to be so close, should we say, with another couple.
That's like the whole of secondary school.
Yeah. And so yeah, a long time. You know, we've had 2 holidays together, technically 3 if you count New York. We've had countless dinners out, drinks, days out, barbecues, you name it. Not only with the New York lot, but just as 2 couples. So to narrow this down was difficult to say the least. However, one of my favourite memories I think would be, which actually ended up being our first holiday at the end of it. We were at the Manor, I believe, having dinner on a weeknight. We were sort of having a usual chat, me and Elliot talking about football, and Holly and the cat discussing whatever they were talking about. Me and Elliot were talking about football, we didn't really care. However, we then brought up the point of trying to sort out a holiday with Emma and Oliver, 2 of Kat's mates. To which, well, I'll be honest, we were struggling because we were trying to discuss it all, find dates, do this, do that, do all the rest you do for a holiday, with little to no luck, and I was getting a little bit frustrated with it. And then in discussion with Elliot and Holly, we had planned our next holiday all together, of us 4, for that year, in about 2.5 to 3 hours. And then Holly went off and basically booked it all, pretty much. We sat back, did nothing. She found the location, she found the hotel, she told us the prices, we said fantastic. So that's definitely an interesting one from both of us. Me personally is the fact that on one of those holidays, I think the second one, we were out in the sea at one point after taking a walk along the beach, and we were there. Unfortunately, Kat was not a fan of the sea.
Yeah, we know what happens to me in the sea.
Unfortunately, we were 20 meters out, whatever we were, and comfortably just swimming around and chatting, and we were just talking between me, Els and Holly, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Holly just started to randomly spin in the water, to which I was definitely perplexed of why she was doing that, and then out of nowhere decided to start singing Under the Sea in a, I want to say very well done Jamaican accent, and I just said to her, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, this is just what I do." So she just enjoyed spinning around in the water, singing Under the Sea, Under the Sea. And I now cannot hear that song without picturing Holly just randomly spinning in water. But it is definitely one that always does put a spark on my face. So, hey, what can you do?
God, so many memories of so many different things, as we said. But one that does pop to mind is our first holiday in Rhodes, and all had a bit to drink, but I remember we had the ping pong tables downstairs. Do you remember the ping pong tables, and yourself and Holly playing ping pong, and well, let's just say Holly won't be going for the Olympics anytime soon with the ping pong, but literally she was that drunk and she kept missing the ping pong, but it was her, whenever the ping pong went off the table, it was Holly trying in high wedges as well to pick up the ball and basically failing.
And knocking the ball further and further along.
Oh god, yeah, and the ball just bouncing further and further away.
And every time that she did it, every time she went down, she was like, oh, because you were struggling so much.
And tall girl as well.
Yeah.
And in the wedges.
Yeah, she did.
You know.
To be fair, she did well.
But
considering, but yeah, no Olympics and wedges. Not the best thing.
Alcohol and ping pong.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, favourite memory of Holly. There are probably a few. New Year's Day in New York probably is up there in terms of hangover memories. Yeah, just suffice to say that New Year's Eve was was a bit of a heavy night, and it showed the next day at brunch. In terms of another moment, probably my favourite moment, I think, show-wise, this is really random, but in Top Hat there was a number which Holly did when she was singing this like opera section, and she was like this diva, and all the girls around her were in her way and she was barging them out of the way, and I just found that particular number quite funny. Yeah, quite enjoyed that.
Favorite memory of you? Oh, now that's very difficult because there's so many, but some of my fondest memories are just us being in trouble. I mean, there was one time at school where you got put in detention or something because there was like video footage of us doing something wrong, and Miss Ball thought it was you, and I just never said anything. And then there's also that time where we were in La Manga and we were just walking back. We must have been like 16. I was definitely 16 because I think we came back to my 17th birthday party. And we were walking back and it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and all we'd been doing was drinking an Irish thing, but we went skinny dipping and everything. It was our first like mad holiday away, even though your parents were there, but they just let us run a riot. Oh, to like house parties at like Natalie's house, to just getting absolutely smashed. Like, we were the worst teenagers ever. Why anyone let us go out, I don't know.
It's really hard to just choose one favourite moment with you, Holly, because we've had so many good nights out, we've done loads of shows together, we had a brilliant trip to New York. I know that ice skating in Central Park when it started to snow was definitely one of my favourite moments with you. But a recent funny memory that I have is from when we went for lunch in a beer garden and we were attacked by wasps. So you decided to give one of my chicken kebabs to the wasps for them to stay there, and then I lost half my lunch.
So my favourite memory of Holly was when she got very drunk in New York, and then the following day she looked a real mess. Okay, my favourite memory of Holly is the day we stopped and chatted down Queen Anne's Place, but not realising that she was getting a train and I made her miss it. Very sorry about that.
Okay, so my favourite memory of Holly / with Holly is, I guess, first of all, going to New York, which was the most incredible holiday ever with the best of friends, and we just had an amazing time. But to pinpoint it down a little more, I would say possibly my favourite memory of Holly from that holiday would have been New Year's Day, going for brunch and Holly being very, very poorly from maybe one or two too many the night before. And I think there's pictures from that that will be reshared every year for the rest of our lives.
So, what was our favourite memory of Holly? Well, we've discussed this and we think it was a green room show, although there were a couple, but this one stood out for us.
So,
and the show was?
I would say definitely Zorro.
Zorro.
She was the leading lady.
Leading lady.
Absolutely shone. Utterly fantastic.
Brilliant. Although we thought Made in Dagenham was very good as well. Your role in that one was really good. But definitely Zorro for us is our favourite memory. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, favourite memories of Holly? You go.
I mean, you know, probably got to be your celebratory dancing after you get a strike at bowling. I think that's quite memorable.
Or sitting holding Leo in David Lane's conservatory, baby in one hand, glass of wine in the other. Oh yeah.
I think she was actually standing at that.
Oh, yeah. Still, checkers then.
Yeah,
Baby,
exactly.
wine. Woo-hoo.
So, having been with you for like 7 years now, finding like a specific memory to choose is quite impossible. But I could go for some soppy ones, but we've discussed all those before, so I'm going to go for ones that really like have just stuck in my head or just genuinely made me laugh. So the first one was the most emasculating moment of my life when we were at the fairground in Winter Wonderland, and we were doing that the goalie game. We've spoken about it loads, but I was there just like, Kobe, miss, couldn't get it in, and you were literally there just like, you just don't get it right. And honestly, in front of a good few people, you were just like yeeting this thing in the top corner every time, and there was a crowd forming, and I was just like, oh god, if I didn't think I was masculine now, Jesus. But yeah, you bottled it on the last one though, because I told you there's a group of people watching, and you crumbled. But that was one memory. Another one of mine is when we went on holiday with Kat and Dave. We played table tennis one night, but you were wearing like a jumpsuit and heels, and it was just the funniest thing watching you. If the ball like fell off the table, if I tried to like get it, or you tried to get it, but you'd like literally like crouch on the ground and like squatting down like this weird little ping pong goblin, and it was the funniest thing because I deliberately like whacked the ball away just to see you literally like chase after it like a fucking drunk toddler. Excuse my French. Yeah, that one's quite funny. One of my like proudest moments, I've felt with you is that when you played Louisa in Zorro, like you are insane. You are incredible. I was so proud of you watching that. And Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, actually. Yeah, and to kind of close off on a soppy one, some of my favourite memories have just been whenever I've gotten to perform on stage with you. Yeah, I'm cute. I know.
Why I love Miss Holly Mesa is because she is always up for a drink, which I very much enjoy, and I still feel to this day when me, Shara and Holly all get together, it's like always just giggling non-stop, like nothing has changed. Most of the time it's not even serious chats, it's just talking absolute crap, which I love.
I mean, I guess I could speak to you maybe once a week or once a month, and it feels like no time has passed. You're kind of like one of my ride or dies, so I think I just love you because of that. And no matter what, it doesn't matter whether boyfriends, family stuff happens, whatever, we're just always there for each other, and we always have a great time. I think that was cemented recently, trying to clear up all of that blood in Natalie's hen do. I think that cemented us forever, with us two being drunk, just trying to, it was carnage, wasn't it? I just don't know what to do with that memory, but literally cemented for life. So I hope you have a brilliant birthday, and I know there's more memories, but I just can't think of them because everything's one wild blur. So I really hope you have the best time, and I can't wait to celebrate with you on the 17th. So you'll get your cards and everything from me then. But yeah, have a best birthday ever. Bye, love you.
What I love about you, Holly, is the fact that you are just honest, you're upfront, you're friendly, you're loving, you've got a great arm to throw a gin glass, and you're a fantastic cheesecake, lasagna, and you're just an overall great girl. I was thinking about saying something silly, something funny, and I thought, no, it's your birthday, we can be nice for you for one day. So happy birthday, happy 30th, and we all love you.
I love Holly because she loves a big gin and tonic, and then she's bitchy about everybody.
Why I love Holly because she is very honest and she speaks her mind, particularly when she's had a glass of wine. She won't hold back at all. She doesn't care about being PC. She'll just say as it is, and I just think she's really funny. She's also very good at organising things, so if you are going on holiday with Holly or anything like that, then she's a very good person to go with because she will be good at planning everything and organising everything, whether that's the holiday itself or nights out, etc. So happy birthday, Holly. Hope you have a great day. Sending lots of love.
I think it is how straight and direct you are. The resting bitch face was quite a feature. It's nice to know also that I'm not the only one who shows exactly what they're thinking on their face. It's quite a comfort having you there on my side. But yeah, it's a comfort to have a friend who you know you'll get comfort from, but will also be straight and honest with you, but in a nice way. So yeah, I think that's my favourite thing about you, and just the fun we have, and to get a little bit soppy for a moment. You know, I know you're going to be a friend for life, so yeah, you're just awesome. You know that.
My favourite thing about Holly, without a doubt, is definitely, obviously aside from being an amazing friend, you can never not know what Holly's thinking, because it's written all over her face. And oh, how I love to remind her and take pictures of said faces when we're out and about. I just think it's the best. Never ever stop the faces. Happy 30th birthday, Holly. I hope you have a day as fabulous as you are, and I can't wait until we can celebrate properly.
I love Holly because she's a really good friend. She's a great laugh. She's always one of the first ones on the dance floor. She's loyal and tells it like it is, and that's quite refreshing really, and very amusing.
Things we love about Holly.
Ha ha ha.
I mean, yeah, you did kind of get Els through his acting school.
And generally pop up with Els.
Yeah, so that kind of deserves admiration in itself. Oh, and you're never short on the good goss on Els, and yeah, we always love hearing that. So
Tell a funny story with a big smile. Need the goss, Holly, need the goss.
have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
So, next question was, why do we like Holly? Well, that's an easy one. Really good company, good fun to be around. Yeah?
She is very.
And?
She's probably the only person on the planet that can curb Elliot's addiction to his PlayStation.
Actually, she's good for it.
She's great.
She's good
She's
for
great.
Elliot because you just push him when he needs pushing.
Yeah.
You're good for him and you're good together. So that's why we like you.
So, last but not least, what we love about Holly.
She's amazing.
Yes, kind-hearted, always there for her friends,
Yeah.
loving. You know that she's got your back.
Always puts a smile on your face.
Oh, nuts!
Oh,
She's crazy,
yes.
crazy. Locker, gone. The chipmunk thing with the voice.
Oh, yes.
Love it.
The chipmunk.
But creepily cute is the term I probably would use.
Oh, when she does her Dory impressions.
Yes,
Can
again,
perhaps
yeah,
she can recite the whole of Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
pretty
amazing
much.
talent. If there is a one-person stage show, that's
That is it.
That's
Holly's show.
That's Holly's show. She, speaking of show, she has a phenomenal talent, an amazing voice, and a great actress. You could be here all day.
Cooking skills.
Yes, cooking.
Cooking
Cooking's
skill.
always a good shout.
Cooking.
Yes. The girl has
Fab.
never cooked anything that has been bad ever, even though when she thinks it's bad, it's still amazing. Very good hostess.
Yes, very good hostess. Yeah.
Always looks after you.
Mhm.
Many times we've been around there for dinner, and she's been a fabulous host.
Yeah.
Bacon sarnies in the morning,
Ooh,
breakfast the day
bacon
after a night
Yeah.
out. Best thing in the world, especially when it's cooked by Holly. Fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't. This is good. You would be here all night.
But we love you.
Yes,
And we wouldn't change you
for the world.
for the world.
Wherever you go in the world, we won't be far behind. We'll always be there for you as you are for us. It doesn't. I know this isn't the way you want to be celebrating your 30th, But technically you're 30 for a year, so as long as you get it done in that kind of year space, you're cool. You're fine. Trust me, I've checked it out. It's fine. There's a law. Trust me. Barton, Lorenzo, this year doesn't count, so don't worry. That's in law as well. You're fine. And this one, again, doesn't matter. You've got time. But it will be celebrated properly and in a very big manner, as I'm sure you're preparing to do.
I'm sure we look forward to getting our little mini Oscars that you've planned.
Indeed. Definitely got to be like best actor, comedian, anything like that's fine. Don't you stop. But yes, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Happy birthday. We will celebrate this properly when this shit show is over.
All over.
And we look forward to the many more years of being friends. Love you.
Happy birthday. Love you.
Bye bye.
So, reasons why I love you. I'm going to try and condense this down, but I love you because you are so weird and like no one knows it. Everyone just thinks like you're not this really like, you know, you're a businesswoman, you know, you go to work the 9 to 5, but I know deep down you're a weirdo. Like you are so weird, and I feel like my presence has brought that out of you. And so you're welcome. Another reason I love you is because you push me to do better things. You know, you push me to be a better person, and I will always be grateful for that because you're awesome. Yeah, you're not afraid to tell me how it is, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, I think you're an amazing person. You're really strong. You're a lot stronger than you think you are, and you take a lot of things in your stride. You know, you just kind of brush it off, but it'd be a big deal for me, but you're so much stronger than I am. And I love you because you're great, and we have a really similar sense of humour. You know, as in it's both terrible, but it'll do. So, there you have it. That's the end. I reached out to a fair few of your friends. Some of them sadly couldn't do anything, but they sent their love and they hope you have a lovely birthday. And I love you very much. And so to round us off is the musical stylings of Caroline and Finn. Take it away.